Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you this morning about looking after livestock, and in particular, obviously, an aquarium. Although the principles apply to all the pets in our lives that we own, same things apply. Now, we had a question about somebody who was mentioning that algae had grown in his tank. It was proliferating, killed in some of his coral, and was stressing out the other animals in the tank, the other corals. It's about managing your aquarium properly. It's very important to understand what's going on in your aquarium and prevent issues before they get to be an issue. And the way you do that is obviously by proper maintenance. It's by understanding water chemistry. Is there phosphate? Is there nitrate? Are there silicates in the water? If there are, why? Is it coming in from your tap water? Is it the foods you're feeding? Is it the amount of food you're feeding? Obviously, if you're importing it from tap water, you need an RO unit. You need functioning test kits. You got to maintain your RO unit. You got to make sure you're not importing phosphate or nitrate levels into the aquarium. That will promote algae growth and strong algae growth. You want to be prepared for things that you don't expect. If you live in an area, for example, you have a crowded aquarium, you live in an area that's prone to power failures, you want to make sure that you've got a battery-powered air pump and you have ways of dealing with potential situations that can be a problem for livestock. I, for example, not only being an avid aquarist, also, I'm an avid dog lover. Have a sporting breed. It requires exercise every day. He requires a lot of training and engagement. It's a pleasure for me to do that. I take the time, I spend the time, and I get the results, and I enjoy the animal I look after. It applies to every single piece of livestock or every single living thing that you're taking care of. It's very important to understand its needs and meet them. For example, I've been tempted as well to do things in an aquarium that I knew I was taking a risk on. I once put a dwarf species of angel in my tank that I knew full well could have been picking on the corals in my tank. Sure enough, that's what ended up happening. Saw all the polyps closed on my corals. When I observed my tank closely for a while, I realized it was that fish doing it. I had to strip the entire reef down, start all over to remove that fish. It was a lot of work for something that I knew could potentially happen. So the bottom line is, be prepared to deal with things that you don't expect in your tank. Manage your aquarium properly. Don't allow any symptoms that you might see developing to get to the point that it can actually harm or affect the livestock you look after. I just wanted to share that with you today, and hope that you follow what we all do here at Fluval. That is obviously taking care of your aquarium and other pets the way we all should.